Those early morning gusts of wind up to 60 miles an hour whipped through a new and popular holiday light display near Valley.
Yeah, the founder of Christmasland invited our Mike McKnight to look at the damage.
More than 7 million lights spread across 70 acres brighten the drive-through holiday spirit at Christmasland.
Just make sure your headlights are off. Music is 95.5.
The owner's son, Ryder Freeman, helping greet up to 600 visitors a night at $35 to $40 a carload, depending on weeknight or weekend.
They get an email from the website, and then we scan their QR code.
Christmasland has been a dream come true for Bright Ideas owner Travis Freeman.
Everything we designed and had made.
But he had no idea the early morning winter blast would topple several elaborate displays.
Man, it gets windy out here. There's nothing to block it, so apparently we need to have this stuff really staked down.
Travis has helped to pick up holiday light fixtures toppled or moved by the wind gusts. More guy wires and metal fence stakes will be added to keep about 2,400 themed displays upright in turbulent weather. While Mother Nature was an overnight Grinch, the show must go on. And while the lights on Merry Christmas are down, they're not out. And that will brighten the day for many who may never see Christmasland. Various Salvation Army programs for those in need get a portion of the proceeds from every per-vehicle ticket.
Every little bit works. We'll take it. They'll take it.
Salvation Army requests for holiday assistance are up 18%.
Being able to receive a portion of every carload that goes through Christmasland will only help the Army be able to spread the cheer and spread joy more throughout the Christmas season.
Christmasland visitors are glad to hear a portion of ticket prices goes to the Salvation Army.
I didn't know that was what we were donating to. It's really cool.
Highlights along the 2.5-mile winding road in Christmasland include the 9 lighted tunnels. So those are a focus during the inspection tour after 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts Wednesday morning.
But if the tunnels go down, they're like dominoes. One takes out the rest, and then each arch comes down. It's a blessing that the tunnels held up.
While a naughty wind blew across Christmasland, the owner says hard work through the day will make all the light displays nice to see again.
Christmas spirit lives on.
Near Valley, Mike McKnight, First Alert 6.
Freeman says Christmasland is open and several hundred visitors pass through tonight. The holiday light show will run every night through January 4th. And as we mentioned, a portion of the ticket sales is expected to raise an estimated $25,000 for local Salvation Army programs.
Look good.